If paramedics are called to your house for an emergency, will they have current and accurate information to treat you? If you were taken to the hospital but are unable to communicate, would medical personnel know how to contact your family or access insurance information? What if you were unable to tell the first responders of your medical condition? With the File for Life, they'll know. Simply fill out the yellow form and slip the completed form into the magnetic pouch and attach it to your refrigerator. Affix the red dots to the outside front and back doors of your home. Emergency medical responders need to know if you are a diabetic, have a pacemaker, have had a stroke, are on blood pressure medicine, epileptic, or have other health issues. This program is not only for senior citizens, but for families that have individuals with allergies, health issues, or other special medical needs. If you would like the Northport Fire Department to speak to your organization about the File for Life program, please contact us at 941-240-8150.
Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Northport, a View from Here. My name is Jim Matthews, and I'll be your host today. Our utility director, Cindy Mick, is here today, and she's going to fill us all in on what the future holds for the citizens in Northport as far as public utilities go. Cindy, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Always a pleasure, Jim.
Let's start off with a positive note, okay? And I understand that you all have gotten some awards lately, or something like that?
Yes, we're very proud of our award-winning utility system. Just a couple weeks ago, we went to the Florida Water Resources Conference where we picked up 4 awards. We just seemed to steal the show for the award ceremony.
How many were they offered?
There were quite a few, but I think we did very, very well. And the awards that we did win were very prestigious. The award that we're the most proud of is that we won the award for having the best reclaimed water system for a plan of our size. And the reason that that is so impressive is that only really the best utilities are able to treat all of their wastewater and have 100% of it going out to reclaimed water most of the year. During the rainy season, of course, that's, we don't have as much demand for reclaimed water. But during the dry times, like right now, every single drop that gets treated at our wastewater plant goes out to the golf courses and our homeowners that are lucky enough to have reclaimed water for irrigation.
And how much is that? How much water is that?
About 2 million gallons a day. And so that's quite a bit. And of course that offsets groundwater and potable water use for irrigation, because we'd rather save our potable water for drinking. Other awards that we won, we were runner-up for the best well-run wastewater treatment facility, and that was the Phelps Award, so we were very proud of that. We won a safety award because we've had such a good safety record, and we have a priority of safety. And we also won an achievement award for having a very good outreach program for our citizens and education of our citizens.
Well, good, good.
So we were proud of that.
That's very good. We're proud of you.
Thank you.
And your staff.
Thank you.
And all the guys out in the trucks.
They work very hard for the citizens.
They sure do, and continually. The water system and the sewer system here is limited in certain areas, and other areas there are none. It's all well and septic. What are your plans? What's the utilities' plans for moving forward in this direction of kind of fill those gaps?
Right, I get asked that question a lot, and it's a great question. Now that we have done the wastewater expansion program, where we have expanded our wastewater plant, we have plenty of wastewater capacity. And we also now, I think everybody knows, that we are under construction for a reverse osmosis plant that's going to help us provide additional water along with our surface water plant and our interconnection with the regional system. Between all that, we have plenty of water and sewer capacity, so our next step is going to be getting it out to our customers and developing a plan. So currently we're working on a business plan. Northport Utilities operates like a business. We're an enterprise fund. We're solely supported by our rates, not property taxes. And we also have infrastructure put in by capacity fees that are paid by developers and new businesses and new customers. With that said, we're ready now for expanding to the neighborhoods, expanding for economic development, and we're developing a business plan where we're going to be developing our plans as to how best to extend services to the neighborhoods that want it.
That's great. And how do we plan to pay for all that?
Well, that, of course, is always the big question.
Big question.
And some of the things that we're looking at is if somebody wants to extend utility service, that we could work with the developers, or we could even work with the homeowner, and they could help pay for that line extension to them, but maybe we're looking at some reimbursable agreements so that we would be able to help them pay for the system as others hook up to it. That's one option that we're developing and looking at. Of course, we're going to be having some public meetings on our business plan with the Commission, and I think that it's an exciting development. We, of course, now with the capacity, next year, what we're really planning on is focusing on getting utility services to the areas that need it and want it, and also for economic development.
You know, anywhere you go, no matter what the topic is, half are for it, half are against it. And I guess you would take a pro position, you know, for water and sewer, but give us the pros and cons.
Well, I think that the city has always looked at that we wanted to expand water and sewer together. In a perfect world, that would be exactly the best way to do it. But right now, with the economy the way it is, and that we have people in some areas where wells do not produce very good water for the neighborhood. In some neighborhoods, it's particularly poor quality for well water, that we've decided that we're going to be looking at extending water only to those that want it, so that helps mitigate the cost, because water and sewer together is quite expensive. However, for economic development, like on I-75, up Sumter, you know, we're really looking at trying to find the funding so that we can do that in order to have at least designed and permitted, ready to go, ready to build for economic development purposes.
Mm-hmm. And how's the, you know, the system has really grown over the past few years, especially with the addition of West Villages. How's all that working out down there?
Actually, beautifully. When West Villages first started, we got together and we developed an agreement with the West Villages and all the developers there, and they actually put in the system that connects the West Villages to our water system and our wastewater system. So they are served by the City of Northport's water system on Northport Boulevard and our wastewater system on Pan American. And they've already developed wells there to help support our system. They're using them for irrigation now, but when there's a certain population a certain growth that's met there, they will actually be building a water treatment facility there and a wastewater treatment facility there that will support our system here in the city, and that will be paid for through the development of West Villages and Improvement District. So it's working really, really well.
That whole area was once orange groves and sod farms back in there, plus growing watermelons and such. And they had permits from the state for watering, for drawing groundwater, and they had a tremendous natural source, it seems, of almost unlimited water coming into that property for some reason. I don't know why. Is that still a viable source of water for you all?
Yes, and it's already the wells that are there. Of course, they have some agricultural wells that supplement their irrigation system, and those are already designed and permitted and built to potable water standards now, not just irrigation standards. So those are ready to go. So when there is a need for those wells to be used for potable drinking water, we'll have them available, and it's already permitted through our consumptive use permit through the Water Management District.
And how big is your department now?
Well, we have approximately 19,000 water customers. We have about 15,000 sewer customers, and there's about, I think, 57 of us now that have the treatment of the wastewater, the treatment of the drinking water, and of course all of our booster stations, and then of course all of our customers.
Yeah, tell people, the folks about deep well injection, because I know many of them don't know anything about that.
Now that is true. The city of Northport, when during the rainy times, when we're not able to supply reclaimed water to the golf courses and to lawns, in the summer times when it's really rainy, you have to have a home for that. So the disposal mechanism for that is deep into the ground, about 1,600 feet down into the ground, where the water quality is very poor, and we're able to put the reclaimed water down into those lower aquifers to actually freshen those up. But we really try not to do that unless, because of course we'd rather use reclaimed water for irrigation.
Yeah,
but
still
in
a viable
emergency,
system, yeah.
in emergency situations, we have the deep injection well, which is a blessing, and because we believe that's better than surface water discharge.
I can see a lot of people saying, you're putting all that dirty water down there. You treat it to some extent.
Absolutely. In fact, it's treated almost to potable drinking water standards, and it's public access reclaimed water that's put into the deep injection well.
It's better water than where it's going.
Absolutely. No question about that.
Fine. Cindy, the public is involved in this. You have some kind of advisory board or some kind of advisory system to get customer input?
Yes, we have a utility advisory board. We meet every month, and it's a great group of citizens that help us know what the pulse of the citizens is in this area. They also help us with outreach. They keep up on everything that we're doing, and they've been a very valuable tool for us to have and a partner for Northport Utilities.
Okay, and how does one join this group?
Every once in a while we do have openings for the Utility Advisory Board, and you can get an application for that in the city clerk's office, and they'd be happy to help any citizen that has an interest in the Utility Advisory Board or some of the other boards that the city has.
Great. Now, to end up today, how do we get in touch with you? How does the average citizen pick up a phone, or where do they drive to get a hold of you?
Right. Well, you can.
And do you have a website?
We do have a website, and you can join our website through the city's website. And I think that is, we keep improving it. You can see all the updates and what we're doing on our website, so I think that's good. You can find information about billing and customer service. It's a wealth of information. You can also just give us a call at 240-8000, and any of our customer service personnel would be happy to help you. And of course, you can always drop by City Hall into our cashiering and billing department, right to the right when you come into City Hall, or you can come visit us in our office on Price Boulevard.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. You were very informative, and I hope you all enjoyed it out there, and we'll see you next time.